They do close it out, so it's absolutely fine. We are going to see the knife round here. Exciting times ahead. Always an important one in maps like in Inferno training. I guess Inferno less so these days. It's actually quite an even map, I would say. At this point, it's still more comfortable to stand on the CD side, and that's where MRBR will be positioning themselves almost certainly as they get a clean sweep. But there we go. Let's get into it, shall we?
We shall. I think we definitely should. I think we should get this as Jeremy Clarkson once said, this show on the road.
Did he say that?
No, he said let's get this road on the show, actually. They were looking for the best road in the world.
Well, it will be the CT start from RBR. Last minute pep talk now between the coaches and the teams. You can see the classic Astralis huddle come through, as expected.
You pointed this out, the 2 stars now on their jersey.
Yes.
They'll be looking for a 3rd at Katowice.
Indeed, represents the major victories. Similar to an international squad in soccer, I guess, with the World Cup victories. England's got 1.
Yeah, congrats. When was that again?
Don't worry about that. But they've got 1, though. It's all good. We'll see now if...
But it's coming home, so it's fine.
We'll see if Astralis can close things out. They certainly have the favourites here, but starting on the T side, who knows? MIBR have always had troubles on their T side and CD side. It's normally coldzera as the absolute shining beacon for them.
Sure.
On this particular map, they rely on him heavily to get opening kills, clutches, and just be an absolute beast in general. We'll see if that is available to them. He has looked very good today. Him and Fur, I'd say, look the absolute best on the MIBR side. So that's good news considering this is the final map. I'll have a look at the buys momentarily. They're just getting ready now. Headsets are on. An epic battle here. Can't believe that we saw the map pick of Train from Astralis, and it goes to double overtime. It should have been triple as well. 2-on-1. Great play from Tarek, who was quiet throughout the series just to close things out.
Yep.
That's going to just build his confidence back up, right? He's going to feel like, okay, I can do this. My head's back in the game. I just did a huge play for the team to get us in this advantageous position. So there we go.
He'll give himself a pat on the back like Henry.
Absolutely. Got to these days. No one else is going to do it.
Nope. Nope, no one will.
Just a note, Tarek's
in 2018, we tear each other down.
Tarek's got the CZ armor combo. So we'll have that on the CT side. You can see Astralis really giving it this all with the huddle here.
Do this the easy way. Win now, move on. Be ready to roll in the upper bracket. GSL, group stage. Got 4 best of 3s for you tomorrow, Henry. You and I bringing you lovely people at home, the first 2, so if you want to mute or make plans now, go ahead.
Yeah.
James and Dan will be back.
Plan your schedule around us not being there for you. Either way, looks like we are good to go. Players are sat down, smiles at exchange. I'm sure a few fist bumps as well. Not like a huge amount of jeopardy here, but it certainly makes things much easier on the first day. Win your best of 1 and the best of 3. Means you get a day off tomorrow as well, I believe, so that's always excellent.
My mom watches Jeopardy every single night.
It's a good show. I don't mind it.
Alex Trebek.
And we are off. PD50 for device. 2 smokes available. The Molotov as well. I don't think, without the HE, it suggests they won't go super fast towards Banana. So at least throw a decoy at the very start to show presence. So we will be a mid-attack by the looks of things. Quickly up towards the middle. It's coldzera that hears them to be assisting him from the quad, trying to bait them in towards that position. coldzera misses on the first few shots, but not the second. Excellent work from RVR. They get 3 kills, but coldzera, he'll be dropped at this point, but still, that should be round secured. 3-on-1, and Device tagged up just before he gets out of the choke point there. Bomb is down towards quad. There should be nothing he can do here. Without the armor, no smoke, but he has got a Molotov. See if he can get any kills here whatsoever.
So bomb is down. MIBR somehow surviving in this series, having not won a pistol. They did fair play win the eco in the subsequent round on the second half of Train just a map ago when we were casting it. But having held on, they're finally in a position to win a pistol. Is that really how the series is going to go? Imagine that for Astralis. Look, I'm trying to create a narrative because I, like George R.R. Martin, am an author. So, that said.
Very different bodies of work, though.
Very different bodies.
Indeed. Let's see now. The full eco. Remember, MIBR have been experimenting with the 4 spies in the second to some success, especially on Train. That's how they actually got himself in a great position in the second half. Fallen and Stewie to hold off this full eco. Shouldn't have any troubles here. Fallen might be going down there, but Stewie's there to spray them down as they push towards the sandbag position. That's going to be the bomb down. Just Magus can Zipex with Glocks. And nades. No armor, just waiting at this point. I don't want to give both these kills to Fallen ideally, just because he'll get extra money compared to the M4. So Stewie just lets him get them, and that's absolutely fine. 2-0. Astralis now with the AKs coming through. They did not get a bomb plant down, but with the new updates, I say new, it's been about a month and a half now, you can actually buy in the third round just to alleviate the weight of the pistol victory. So AK's out in the third, and we'll have a look at the rifle situation with the CTs. They have 3 of them, 2 of which are FAMASs. So they've got enough to go toe-to-toe. Just Stewie with the 1M4. So with the barrels here just to stop CT aggression. And there's 3 players here, 4 over on this side of the map. So not necessarily contesting at the very start, as Molotovs keep being exchanged. Bomb still down at T-steps, just going to be going through the default at this point. Clear out Boiler, that's Dupree, stomping ground. He's very good in that position. And Zipex will just be waiting for any sort of CT push. He knows they've got SMGs, trying to get close range perhaps, so he's not going to go into that tight choke point just yet. Like, his teammates just gather some banana control first, which they've done. So bait that a bit of utility as well. Not even hit a minute yet, and they've got the banana under their control. They'll recover the bomb at T-steps. Sender in response. Will there be a retake here, a flashover perhaps? We'll see.
Back toward the sandbags for Magisk. Device completely wrecked by that flash, but it won't matter. The smoke down, there's no one to peek through it. You can see the crossfires from both teams trying to establish position. And 2 eggs is just watching on. To CT, Fallen wants to push back through it, he will. MP9 makes no mistake with it. A little bit of ammo left over, sees an AK, sprays as he runs toward it. And then sprays and runs out with it because he couldn't get a kill with it. Unfortunately, it means the Device was then able to take down Stewie. If he was a little bit more passive, conserved his ammo, he might have been able to get that kill when they did emerge from the smoke, as Dupree wants to get the bomb down. Coffin's covered. Ruins. Ooh, Device looked away at the exact time they appeared. Nearly went back for the double, but Fur was certainly ready on the bullpup from Moss, because that's a bullpup as Dupree takes down Tarek. Watch the fact that he only has 1 HP. He's got position, but he's going to have to be perfect. Spots 1, couldn't do it. Cold jumping. MP9, jumping will do.
Absolutely. That's why the MP9 is such a versatile weapon. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it has jumping potential as well. In those sort of situations, it does very well. And Dupree with 1 HP can't win out the round. It is going to be 3-0. The bomb planted does allow them to invest somewhat here. Remember that our 4th stage loss bonus technically here. The bomb being planted as well. They're not going to fully invest. This will be a partial buy with CZs. Deagle as well for Magisk. They've got armor and helmets, basic utilities, so certainly not going to be an easy round from MBR. They need to make sure they're conservative and don't have to overcommit to these pushes and make sure they're taking advantage of the range they have, especially with these AKs. First shot comes in, but I'm not even sure he realized he hit that. Faded away before the kill came in, and it actually connects. Takes down Zipex. Good work.
Cold sneaking out. Immediately takes down Dupree, and he's in line to get claved. He'll catch the other 2 emerging around the corner, but as they get there, they'll all die.
Certainly will. 1 player goes down on MBR. 4-0 now. Exactly what they needed on a map like Inferno. It's that T side sometimes it looks a little bit flat, so as many rounds they can possibly scrape together on the CT side. Again, around double digits where you want to be aiming for, but against Astralis, 7 or 8 might be fine. We'll see what happens. AK's here. Made down at the start. Oh, it's actually going to do considerable damage. Doesn't quite make it, actually. Not as deep as I thought, but there we go. Smokes in response as Astralis look to flash through this potentially. Knife out. Glave's going to go first. Changing the pace up dramatically. Took a banana split here, potentially. Bow with the first and the AK. Happy to take those challenges. Looked like they were trying to push towards spawn, but they might put a hold to that. Fallen, my God. His flicks today. This is like 2016 Fallen all over again.
Yeah, that's kind of what they need, to be honest. They're going to need everyone to get back to that form. Cold had moments of brilliance on Mirage, but Fallen has been consistent throughout. Yeah, I should say that. He was a little bit slow to get started on train, but when he had the op, he did look very promising.
Yeah, it was pretty unreal, some of the shots he was hitting, especially when they were up against it as well. When they were losing that lead, that's when he came to life. Cold Zera smoked out, but Tarek is not. He managed to get the winning clutch in the final round of the last map. Will be Zipex though, fighting back. 50 seconds on the clock here. 3-on-2, still in favour. That might be Cold Zera. Looks incredibly poised to close this one out. Oh yes, he does deny the plant. That's going to leave Magisk compromised. He might be able to get this kill, but surely in the open he'll be dropped. Cold Zera Finds 2 frags in the end, 5-0 against the full buy.
This is what we were just saying as well. MIBR not necessarily the most formidable team on Inferno and going against arguably the best team on this map right now in Astralis. Not a lot of activity toward B that's been aggressive from MIBR, so I'm still curious to see if Astralis can actually get something done on that side of the map, but again, not much weapons to work with. Monitor that setup. See, I want to see if MIBR are going to start to get a little more aggressive over there. Because that's something that's been really a struggle for them since Phelps kind of came in and distorted the norm. Fallen. Not bad. I think Device actually was going to get away from that. He still managed to flick and just catch him before he got around the wall.
Yeah, waits for his opportunity. Nails it. It's another partial buy of the maximum loss bonus. He's going to hit that as well. Not quite. Through the wickets as Fallen, well, he'll make up for it. In the end, the fade away incendiary kill was set Fur up nicely. Fallen's did so much damage here. Another assist for him as we go to a 5-on-2. Glaive and Zipex with just a flashbang between the two of them. No weapons on the floor to salvage. Just Glaive now hoping to catch a player out of position here towards the arch side. I don't think that's going to be happening. As you can see, he is surrounded. Players in the arch and indeed towards library. That's Tarek picking up the penultimate kill, and Zipex with the bomb down. There's hoping for mistakes to be made, but none are presented. 6-0. Astralis looking a little bit flat here, but still plenty of time to work with. They can even come back and win the half, so we'll see how this transpires. Device brings out the Org, or the Krieg, I should say, on the T side.
Yep.
So,
that's not a bullpup.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
It's not a lizard.
Yeah.
It's more of a fighter jet.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not great either.
It's not the best, but it's
yeah,
you know, Lizard wasn't the best either. But we kind of stuck.
I wasn't going to say anything, so
you kind of embraced it more than I did. So there we go. And we'll be round 7. Orbs in the hands of Fallen, but as great Orpers often will, he won't be in the same position every single round. You can see they've just left Stewie alone at B, which is a very common setup from MIBR. They don't do it every round, but every now and then they'll just leave in that position and allows you to have 4 players on the A side of the map. And that's fine, because if you show so much presence towards B time and time again with Fallen getting all those great kills, that's going to dissuade them from going towards B. So it's a calculated risk, I would say. But you can see now Stewie might need a bit of backup. He's not feeling too comfortable. Furwall rotating slowly from Speedway. Bomb's still down in second middle, though. So a little bit of presence here. Ooh, the grenade is absolutely spot on. Hits Stewie in the face. That's down to 22 HP. Now Fallen looking to just get a bit of intel here. They're not really sure as to what's going on. Now they are. Dupree taken down. Flashbang, falls back. Great stuff from Fallen. Surely he's done at this point. Spots another. Nails the shot. This is what we want to see from Fallen. Could have even got the third there, but Zipex will beat him to the punch. 4-on-3. They've got 30 seconds remaining. Looks like they'll fall back towards B, but they have to wait another, 10 seconds or so to allow Zipex to get with them. Stewie low HP, remember, from that nade. Down he goes.
That's pretty sharp from Magisk. Stewie gone. Fur to Device. Smoke still in play. Fur's through. Tarek put Fur in place, and you're right, it should, because Zipex now has to commit to this. Tarek's going to easily, in fact, deny the plant even. I thought it was going to be just after. I was going to say dispose, diffuse, etc., but I don't have to say any of that, do I?
No, you do not. Goody still did anyway.
Yeah, you're welcome. Paid by the word.
Round 8. So with the maximum loss bonus still in full effect here, we'll see what they can do. Averaging, just over 4,500. Just Dupree's 3,700. So I'd say they do buy into this, but this is a workout. What kind of setup they'll go with? Sonic needs to really get stuck in now, help them out. It's their first tactical timeout. 7-0 on the T side of Inferno. Still not buying anything just yet. You can see they've just got Glocks. Average money 4.6k.
We bring back the memories of, although mind you, it's been this T-side comebacks typically for Astralis. Their CT side hasn't been incredible on this map. I was going to say bring back the memories of both comebacks against teams like Liquid, the Major. They've done it against FaZe. They've done it against someone else. They've done it 3 times on this map, but usually it's T-side that's bringing them back into it. So this is a concern. If you were Zonic, Stewie. Takes out Glaive, burns Zipex alive, burns Magisk alive. He's good at those incendiaries, isn't he? We've seen an ace with a flash and an incendiary that killed him, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. He's got position as well. Device has no IDs on top of the bags, and we might get an ace, but he's a little bit too hungry. Oliver Twist, you may not have some more.
This is just falling apart, isn't it? Stewie 2k. Too strong. Dupree will do what he can. Certainly capable of winning a 3-on-1. He's got a chance to get the plant down here, so that'll at least give them another buy. That's going to happen. But at this point, really, what can he do? He'll probably get far here. Got the awareness, and now it's a 2-on-1. This looks possible. This will be an ace.
Were you really going to say he really gets him, or did you react to the fact that he got him?
No, I always do that.
All right, fair play.
You should pay attention. I'm always making those calls.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if he gets another, because now he's got 4, a chance for an ace in the round where Stewie had 4. This is 2 players. Oh, he's got this. He's got to go. He's going to go now. He's got an ace for Dupree to respond to the fact that Stewie had 4 and nearly aced them. 2 players, 9 kills, and Astralis' first round.
That's so sick. Oh my goodness. As soon as he gets that kill in the apartments, his chances just double. You can see at this point, this skill comes in. Fallen's low HP. He outpositions Tarek as well. Bomb planted. He has the advantage. Fallen just goes to that full defuse. Had to do something there. Dupree does not take the bait. It's going to be 7-1. An ace from Dupree to bring them to life. What an amazing performance from him.
And Stewie's going to be there like, guys, I was 1 kill away.
Yeah.
Like, what have you done?
Guys just need to get 1. That's it. Yanko's still riding them up. He's like, you know what, guys? It happens. Some of the world's best on that team. Sure, we could have done more, but we're still 7-1 up. You would have taken that hands down if it was offered to you at the start. But look at the money now for Astralis. Yes, they win the previous round, but they got 3 UMPs in the follow-up. Okay, then. We're off. Should be a good chance for him to be able to reset here, actually. So not the worst outcome, all things considered. Goodness, Fallen, that was disgusting. Oh. He keeps pushing forward past the smoke. The flashbang was perfect. Takes down Device, follows it up with Magisk as well. And that's a 5-on-3. Remember, this is a heavy reset round as well. Losing that previous round actually might set them up for something quite fantastic here. The money will be absolutely decimated here. Clave's not going to check it. Oh, no.
Nah, he's too far away now. 2, though. That's 2 for Fur. Waited and got double the reward as Mibr is going to reset in a harsh fashion against Xyp9x. Great play from Fallen, you mentioned it. Xyp9x goes to bomb, doubling up. Oh, he's got a chance for both. Knows they're there, tries to pre-fire in, has an M4, but okay, he might have gotten him, but Cold was all over his backside.
Yeah, those kills don't amount to too much, unfortunately. As you can see, Astralis now completely resets. They're averaging around $2,000 per player. They'll get 1,900 each next round. So they could take the full eco and be fine, but look at this play from Fallen. Device and Majors just didn't see it coming. They don't check the garbage position. Fur will punish them for it. And it was a decent attempt there. You can see Stewie had to take down his teammate, but overall, absolute success there from Mibr. And there is a force buy in response from the Danes. They're going to have CZs, Deagles, a little bit of utility, but they are fully invested. They didn't really have a whole lot to work with here. Just to note, Glaive is 0-9. Wow. Normally one of the absolute shining stars on the Astralis side on Inferno. Like, he is a specialist on this map.
Yeah. Oh. It's tough. I mean, you got him, Device only with 3. Xyp9x only with 4. He's had a pretty poor series, all things considered, Xyp9x. On the other side of things, you got 12 for Fallen. That's the man who can completely dictate rounds with his AWP, and Fur's on 10. Dupree backing away from the heat. Even from a distance, it looks warm, Henry. It's not the right environment to roast marshmallows.
Certainly not. What about turkeys?
It might be. Gobble, gobble, says Fallen to Device. Takes him down, backs away. Smart to be dynamic on the AWP, and despite that they get mid-wall, there's really nowhere to go with it. Bomb's still up. It's in the hands of Magisk. Fallen still waiting to see which direction, I suppose, his services are needed. If he has to support the player in the form of Tarek in the sights, or if he's got to cover off the arch. Missed shot. Tarek still knows he's there. Smoke out means a chance they can wrap around behind Tarek, so he fights valiantly forward, but they'll get the kill onto him, and they might get a bomb plant on this as well. There's still only a man advantage here. This could turn. Astralis doesn't have a lot to work with. They don't have armor, certainly, but Xyp9x has the M4 picked up, and Bicycle Position Pit means that the wall will help protect him. Likes not to stay up there. In fact, drops back down, wants a better angle toward the apartments. 2 men coming around the quad, and 1 from Library still for information. Flash bounced into the sights. Zipix. Oh man, this is good. The fact that he's waited this long means he's going to line them up. They had no choice but to go, and they had no idea that he was in the corner. So smart yet again from Zipix as Stewie suddenly starts to panic, and Glaive, his first kill, closing it out.
Pretty unreal scenes there. Astralis, excuse me, bring it back from absolute death there. It seemed like it was over. Zipx in position, seemed as crouching on the right-hand side of the pit, allows him to watch the apartments and then sneak out, challenge the quad, gets the double spray down there. Fallen and third, didn't see it coming. Bomb was down, pressure was applied. Glaive then able to dance around the bomb site and pick up the round. It's 8-2.
8-2. Good round to pull back, believe it or not.
Absolutely. So 2 rounds they've got so far is a Dupree ace, like what, 1-on-4 situation.
Yep.
And now an eco victory with the CZs.
It was technically 1-on-5.
Was it really when it started?
Stewie had 4 kills.
Okay, yeah,
so
you're
he
right.
1-on-5, ace returned it.
That's not bad, is it? Then still don't have 2 rounds on the board of that happening. Double up set up for the first time from MIBR here. Stewie and Fallen picking up the sniper rifles. You can see Astralis, even though they win rounds, they still will struggle to get full buys. I can see Dupree just with the Galil there. And 4 brought out from the previous round. In the hands of Glaive and Device and Tarek. Looking to change things up a little bit. This is a classic Sunny play on mouse boards. You see him pushing down there. He'll get the first, but not going to get 2. Not if Fallen doesn't help him out. That's amazing. The teamwork is absolutely stellar.
It's the second time we've seen Fallen do that.
Yeah. He knew exactly what he had to do. His role was protect his teammate, and they get away with it. A 5-on-3. Remember, the money's not established for Astralis at all. So
that said, it's not for MIBR. This is their life back into this. Drake sprays through. Glaive jumps over. It's like a game of dodgeball. Go back down to Banana where they've had Device anchoring the whole time. At the gate, he'll work out now. Start to take the site. Smoke down will deter them further. Wow, okay, Device. Catches out Stewie toward the coffins cold. Now knows they're working in his direction, and he only has a CZ to work with. So Smoke's on either side, they don't check him, but they fire in. Oh, if he didn't hit that shot on the follow-up, this would have been a huge problem. They'll still absolutely take him down. But a flash in for Tarek means that they can deny the plant. Flash going never, because they're actually rotating down from Banana. They'll go over top of the houses, and it's not enough. It doesn't blind them, and Zipix knows exactly where Tarek's coming from. If they'd come from CT, Tarek could have got in to deny the plant. Now it's down to a 1-on-1. Glaive versus Fur. Glaive still only with 1 kill, and it was to win a round. We'll see if they can echo that yet again, back-to-back, in fact, as Fur tries to go hunting. Spots out oranges 1 and 2. Pre-fires in. Glaive gets the kill. It's 3 for Astralis, and it's a broken economy for MIBR.
Well, they're right back in this now. It's taken some really difficult, frustrating rounds, and Yanka does not look happy with that. He looks almost disgusted. But there it is, Device with a beautiful shot through the smoke, and then Zipx with some high-flying antics here on top of first oranges, manages to take the Tarek as well. Gets a follow-up and Fallen. Great work by him, and Fur could not close it out in the 1-versus-1 against Glaive. Like he said, he's only got 2 kills, but what kills they were, as wins out on the bomb side before, and now tucking himself in towards teammate. Finds Fur, has the advantage from the bombers down so many angles to check. It's a full eco from IBR. They're still doing fine. Remember, they've given away some disastrous rounds, but still 8-3 up. Well, I say 8-3, it'll be 8-4 up this.
Yeah, it certainly will. Device, that's pretty good. Just barely spotted Stewie. Rather than trying to go wide, overcommitting, just takes a step back. 1 step back, a whole sight forward.
Exactly. That famous saying.
I knew you were thinking it.
It's just overused these days, isn't it? I don't wanna
yeah, it's a bit saturated. Alex uses it too much on the desk, if I'm honest.
1 step back and a whole side forward. What's going on here then? So stack towards.
Just run boost him into the wall.
I thought they were setting up some crazy boosters. I know there's nothing you can do with this. Just got to hold up in a tower.
Self-preservation. A tower. I like it. Do you remember when tower defense games were all the rage?
You ever play Warcraft 3 tower defense?
No. You ever play Clash Royale?
Yes. Yeah. Warcraft 3 tower defense. That's where it was at. That was the proper gaming.
My brother might have played that.
That was excellent. I'm sure a lot of CS guys
appreciate it. Essentially where Dota rose from, wasn't it?
Oh,
was
yeah.
that a StarCraft mod?
It was a Warcraft. Well, originally, it wasn't called Defense of the Ancients. Then it was like the same sort of concept in StarCraft, but it was Defense of the Ancients Warcraft 3 map, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But 8-4. Astralis are pulling it back somewhat. Remember, on the T side, if they can get 5 or 6 rounds, they're absolutely fine. This is a map they're very strong on. It's the T side where MIBR let themselves down somewhat, I would say. But the rounds they've given away are going to be so frustrating. Sort of look on Yanko's face when we pan to him after losing a couple of the disastrous clutches.
Been 2 clutches and an ace.
Yes.
Like, this could be still a 9, I do the math, 3 on 8, 11-1 game.
Yes, you're right. Dupree, that shot just before the smoke bloom's got to be so frustrating to receive. My goodness, the precision as well. Tarek didn't stand a chance. Speaking of which, here's the Krieg. Into what? Oh my God, how's he pulled that one off? He was spamming the coffins and flicks up, gets the headshot. There is still one player here. Are they aware of it? Stewie 2K sits in the bomb site right now, gives his position up. First oranges, but still has a smoke. I love this. Buys himself some time, he gets the reposition as well. They didn't punish, they didn't go for a quick trade here. They're actually focusing on CT spawn. You can see they've got Glaive in position, but maybe not for long. He's oh my God, Fur. I need to see that from his POV, but it looked like he had about 5 seconds on that shot, and somehow it doesn't work out for him. And it will be around for Astralis. Stewie funnels him towards spawn. And Fur, with a kill on the play, couldn't convert it. And will be a 3-on-1 Cold Zera. Might be able to get this one on Glaive, but he doesn't have the challenges. He's low HP. Oh my goodness, with 12, he's still trying to keep him in position. Allow his teammates to pincer it in. As you can see, there is one towards second middle. That's Zipex, takes him down. And it is going to be 4 rounds in a row. This is collapsed from OBR. How has it happened like this? A 1-on-5 pistol victories and resets in between that as well. They had a 7-0 lead, but now 8-5. This was the first shot. See you later, Tarek. He even didn't have a chance to fall back and get the weapon out. That was a fantastic shot from Device as well. CZ's HE grenades, they're just going to run 3 grenades at Banana. See if they can do some damage. Sender to kick it off.
Dupree, contact made toward the wall. Device, much contact made toward the banana wall. From banana. Device. A lethal Device. Gonna take down Stewie. Smoke goes down towards CT that's behind him. And they'll be able to occupy all of B. Gotta go back for the palm. So Dupree's got to be a little cautious of the fact that they could run by. They're not going to. Spoiler alert. Cold's going to die at some point. Surely he's got to go by the doorway at some point. Ready this time. This is it. Right here. And dead.
It's the Cold Zera Deagle, man. He doesn't miss those shots.
Oh, okay, yeah, you say it after every time, Henry. You always sound so smart.
You said before
after.
I said it before.
Yeah, Cold doesn't miss those shots. If he died, you wouldn't have said that.
We said we wouldn't do the funny voice anymore, Matt.
What funny voice?
That voice.
Okay.
We talked about that.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway, it is going to be round 14, going in favor of Astralis.
Does it millennial you?
Sorry?
Nothing. Does it offend you?
Oh, no, I just don't think it's appropriate.
Okay.
But auto sniper on the T side, is Device seriously doing this? No, he's not. Okay, missed by. Doesn't really matter around 15. I was going to say, I haven't seen one of those in real play in a very long time.
Well, not on the T side of Inferno,
Yeah.
certainly. Like, we do see it occasionally, but, like, not this. So, Glaive, inside of the tree, has to get away. Smokes go down to extinguish the flames. They will. They'll fall back, but that means they don't have any information for Banana. Now they'll use their utility to gather it and try and potentially get position. I would presume that Device is the one they send.
Quiet so far. Final round. MIBR with a 7-0 lead. It all started with a Dupree 1-on-5, and they've got themselves right back in this game. Unbelievable performance. That's the bomb down in a terribly compromised position. Right in the open there at B. Smoke down. This is going to have to be another 20-second situation. Astralis can't really do much of this, but the smoke's not as strong as I thought, so maybe they can. To just flash in and hope the best. Liverpool is ready for it. Great play from him as usual. They just will pull one back, but this bomb is just too compromised. It's too difficult to recover. Dupree and Zipex will hold up. Dupree's going for the backstab. He's had mammoth rounds before. This won't be one of them, though. Tarek will find him. Final round of the half is going to be 9-6. And all things considered, Astralis should be very happy with that. They were 7-0 down. to actually get them in a winnable situation is actually just testament to how good this team is. Even when they do find themselves in horrible situations, we can see the coach coming now, and he's got a lot to say, but looks like he doesn't look happy. As we'll find a 9-6, but he knows how much of a lead they had there.
It looks like he's still criticizing past plays, though. We got to switch this over, Yanko. Let's go. We're going now to the T side.
You are right. He should, like, the mentality of himself, he shouldn't be like talking about things that have already happened. He's just kind of picking everyone up and saying, nice guys, that will do.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Let's get the T side rolling. Let's go.
There we have it.
That's Magist copied my hairstyle.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I did.
You got the November challenge as well?
Yeah. Yeah, some 20 years ago.
Well, ZipX with the kits, the 2 flashbangs here. Device does spot a few players towards that underpass position. They're going to commit quickly towards middle by the looks of things. Here comes Fur and Co. The device will be dropped. Fallen. Drive-by Glock shot there. Will confirm mid-control, at least from They don't have to commit here. They don't have to run all guns blazing around towards quad. They can take this advantage, wait with the reactions, bait out any potential utility on the other side, and push positions back. As ZipX has to go to more defensive line now. That's information taken away. One player a B. Watch out for Glaive. Didn't have the best half. 4 and 10 as he switches over towards the CT side. 5 and 4. MIBR. It would be a huge upset considering their recent form to take down Astralis here in a best of 3 as well. In a 3-map epic affair, one of which was a double overtime train encounter. But still, we come up to the 50-second mark and looks like MIBR will finish up. This smoke will be towards library, I'd imagine, for Cold Zera. Smoke that, flash over, get them out of the apartments. There's the smoke for library. Here's the flashbangs, and Dupree still in a prime position, but that flashbang is spot on. We'll move him for a few seconds, but he appears, and he could still win the round here for Astralis.
Dupree certainly can. Got this entire wall to protect him. Not only that, ZipX crossfire at the box in sight. Bombs down in pit. No! Nowhere to go. That was spectacular shot on Fur.
Yeah, that's so cool from Dupree.
Prairie dog over there.
Doesn't panic at all, just gets flashed, hides up, his teammates take the aggro for him, and waits for his chance to strike. Clinical as ever with the headshots. USP is a massive weapon for him. The fact he always looks so sharp with it, as continues to duck and weave. You're absolutely right, no one can hit him. And it will be 4 players to survive. And once again, MIBR force spying in this second round with no bomb plant. They've done this a lot in this series so far. But this could be the end of their lead. They give this round up, they're full eco after that. That is going to be 9-9. If they do give up this series, after having a 7-0 lead in the final map on the CT side as well, I feel like there'll be some conversations we have. Not very fun ones for the players. But for now, Scouts, Deagles, CZs. We'll see if Fallen Scout can open things up. It's Glaive on the other side. Holding Banana alone right now, but ZipX doesn't feel confident he can leave him there. He'll actually rotate back in. Position on the bomb site. He could flash over for him. They don't have to overcommit here. Glaive in what we call an off angle, not one you to pre-fire. It's a little bit more compromised if you do miss the first shot, but it's all about getting these kills as he'll fall back. It does not feel safe.
Banana at least controlled. Does MIBR get forward? 1 for 5. 1 versus 5. 1 for 6. Shut up, you know what I mean. On pistols for MIBR. Stop correcting me, Henry.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
As Device sits with the UMP ready for the challenge, but Flash fires into it. Good headshot on Tarek, but that's all. They'll pick up the UMP and they can rush through on the CT spawn. Glaive realizes it, doesn't need to overcommit. Goes back toward the site, and they'll try and hold off from Ruins. They've got to worry about one player coming in from Banana. Rotation from Dupree is going to arrive in that position, but Stewie needs to be sorted first. He's trapped. They know he's there, running and gunning. This is working out very well. They took down ZipX in the backside. Cole just destroys Dupree.
It's that Deagle of his again, man. It's too strong. Every time he gets an opportunity, your head's going to be removed, and Fallen will confirm the rounds with the scout. The force spy again on the second run working out. MIBR might be onto something here. It seems to be very consistent for them. They've got 5 great players in their team. All aimers, all aggressive players as well. Give them some Deagles, some scouts. They can make some magic happen here. Nice pincer towards the B side. You could see Glaive and ZipX did what they could, but the Cold Zera Deagle, way too impactful that. 2 kills towards B, and it will be a force spy in response. Actually, no, there's not. Just CZ's no armor. A bit of basic utility there. You can see they've taken themselves down to about $1,000 per player. So certainly not a forced buy, but still quite significant investment, about $500 per player. Dupree with the armor as well. 11 kills to his name, including a 1-on-5 clutch. So
yeah, that's a good point. Hasn't really done much else, has he?
Zipex got 16 kills.
That's a turnaround as well. He was at the bottom earlier on. I shouldn't say he hasn't done much. Obviously, winning that round was massive for Astralis.
They were 7-0 down.
Absolutely, and he gets a 1-on-5, but at the same time, it's 5 kills, 1 round. He's got 11 total. The other 6 are pretty sparse. 6 over 16 doesn't cut it. Tarek up the hallway. Slows himself down. Bounce smoke. Dupree, certainly aware that that was thrown from within the hallway, tried to step wide and remove Tarek from the map, but instead suffers the fate he wished to deliver. Gets back around. That's a bit optimistic. Just runs out the door. They didn't have any information that they were already on the arch side, so this round looking like it's getting further and further nearer to its conclusion as well. But hang on, though, because Zipex actually, by going to directly spawn, got behind them cold. Happens to look that direction just out of curiosity and takes care of it.
Magisk will at least get a consolation frag here. It's going to be 11 on the board, though, for MIBI. You can see Magisk and Device with an MP9CZ. They did not force into this, and in terms of lost bonus, they're going to get $1,900 next round. So it'll be another eco. If they can recover another weapon, that would be great, but Stewie's on the hunt. And he might actually be in a perfect position to shut down these final 2 kills. He gets Magisk there, and just Device now, the MP9. He might as well just try and stay alive here the best he can. He can drop a CZ into the next round as well for his teammates. And he's obviously got the MP9 in his own hands. 1 smoke as well. So, Stewie seems to have his number. I don't think he'll be surviving at this point. The players making their way through. He'll drop the smoke, and that might actually keep him alive here. We'll see.
I think it will, for whatever it's worth on an MP9.
Well, in his hands at least, as the AWPer, he gets 1 kill with it. That's something, right?
Yeah, that's fair. A valid point you raise.
Doesn't have to buy anything this round. Drops the CZ for Magisk. So looking for 1 kill on Device, just to enable him to have a comfortable AWP purchase next round.
Deva. Deva say never.
Just going to sit sandbags and take some damage from the flames, but that's fine. I don't think that'll be the deciding factor as to whether he goes down or not.
I was thinking he might try and swing actually and go aggressive through the flames. He may still. He's waiting at the wall. There it is. There's the flash. It's just too far to fire with that gun against armor. He was hoping someone was going to be halfway up, but Fallen puts him all the way down. The ugliest AK in the game in the hands of Fur, and he'll try and use it to good effect. It certainly does. Takes down Magisk. And that opens up the arch side once more. 12-7 looking likely winner of this directly through to the playoffs. Keep in mind. Got another game coming up after this. NIP versus North. For trying to swing in behind them with Stewie. Not sure what he was up to. Took the aggro away by doing that.
Yeah.
Fairly clever if that's what he meant to do.
Yeah, that could have been the case, or just a misfire. We'll never know. But Dupree...
Seemed more like a misfire, but
yes,
it certainly baited in his teammate.
That's true. Dupree, USP, 5-on-1. Not really much you can do here. It's going to be MIBR with another convincing lead. Remember, though, they had the same sort of thing on train. They were 14-9 up, and then it goes to double overtime in the end. So haven't been too good at closing out these leads they have, but this is promising. 3 rounds in a row for them on the T side. It's that force buy in the second that keeps working out for them. Remember, they lost the pistol again here. For the second round force buy, it worked out on train. It works out here. 12-7, and it's crunch time now for Astralis. Yanko really enjoying it. We do talk about him a bit more than other coaches, so for obvious reasons, but...
yeah, he was one of us once.
A long time ago.
Long time ago. I can still remember something the day the music died.
something. Anyway, Device with no armor. Flashed over. Oh, horribleness.
Yep.
Stewie can do nothing about that. Correct.
C'est parfait. Glaive has gotten down in Banana as well, which is a great position to have. Deep smoke, Molotov already in play. No one even considering going that direction, and he's going to get support in the fact that Zipex is at the top of Banana. He may push through. Got mid-wall, he could absolutely go, and he will. He's got a kill directly in front of him. Easy for Glaive. Bomb goes down. That'll take some time and patience away from Mibr, giving Magisk a chance to swing out, but Cold kept his focus and composure, and that allows now at least one further kill and a bit more advanced toward mid, but Device is next in line. He's got his AWP, falls to the site. Bomb dropped yet again temporarily, and look at the rotations back through the arch. There's no sort of seesaw effect of pushing down Banana. They rotate back so quickly that they still close the walls in on Mibr's position.
Flashbang through. Oh, actually, decent attempt, but unfortunately Dupree not really affected by the flashbang. It'll be Tarek now left in the 4 versus 1. AWP in hand, not really much chance to do much with this. We'll see whether this Molotov will flush the play out of position. Dupree's not there to receive it. He has got the bomb, but I'm not sure he'll get it down at this stage. He's going to have to hit some wonderful shots at close range to stand even a slight chance. But there it is. Dupree to close things out. They break the spell of 3 rounds. Just asking his teammates there, should I pick up the secondary AWP? They've given a resounding no by the looks of things, and they'll leave that there. They're going to have the single AWP set up here on the CT side of Inferno. That's what they usually play. At this point, the experimental stage is over. Train is done. They're going to stick to their guns, quite literally, and stay on this single sniper rifle. Device will have that. 12 and 17, not the biggest game from him. There's still plenty of time here as we get to round number 21. Stewie just fending off the aggression with the Molotov there. You can see it was Glaive and Zipex looking to push down as they instead reply with utility of their own. It's brave to be in this position. You are prone to the wall bang, but luckily no one spamming the spot this time. Double players in the apartments here. So this can sometimes be amazing and sometimes fall very flat indeed. There it is.
Oh, yep, that works. I was going to say a bit of a game in the hallway. The problem is that Magisk was always outnumbered there because they also had the stairs. So even if he sprayed in and didn't get taken down directly by Fur, they were going to respond. Device on 7 as well.
Yeah, that really didn't go well. I don't like that setup too much. It seems to go wrong much more often than it works out for them.
Flames will slow down Mibr yet again. Glaive is against the wall. No real retreat position here. He's got to come out with a kill, at least a kill, if not 2, depending on their timing. That's why they're trying to bait him in. That didn't even work. They couldn't get utility. There was no one up close or close enough, so Fur just walks around the corner. Bit too easy, I'm afraid. Device has stopped doing his hair for media days.
He's like, I'm here for the frags. Not
rotate back off this. If he stayed there, he might have found one wrapping toward the site, but it could also be a safe call at this point. Zipix can't even find Stewie on the lurk.
This is actually quite a massive round from Mibr to pick up. Not only is it a reset, you can see 4 players gone down so far. Device is on 7 HP. They're going to be 13-8 down. They're going to get $1,400 per player. They cannot buy. If they save the AWP, they could force up around it, but I don't think they'll be letting him save it just yet, especially that missed shot. That's going to be the cue for everyone to make their way in. Device is absolutely done for. It will be Fur to get the final frag there. And like I said, disastrous situation now. 13-8. Glaive has enough to buy. Exactly as we built it up. Like, that vulnerable position may just put him in. They'd go for a wall bang, they're pretty much done for. And Device got tagged up as well. Final kill for Fur. And what do they do here? Device has purchased up a CZ and armor. That's taken him down to $1,400. So they're not going to force buy into this one, but they are looking down the barrel of map points. Dupree can't even buy next round. He's got dead on $1,400, so he'll get $1,900 next. So hovering around 3K. So what do? There really isn't a solution here. Glaive's bought up. He's gone for the M4. They're going to have to go, and if he's purchased everything, I think they all have to, really. He just doesn't get armor. Neither does Dupree. So Glaive spends everything he's got with the M4. CZ's here. The hero play from the in-game leader. Will it be enough? They're on the same span before. So 3 players towards the B site. Astralis at the very start, including the M4 of Glaive. Device will fall back and leave Zipex and the rifle to fend for themselves. Slow approach from Mibr. I don't want to give anything away. I want to make sure every kill is calculated and traded if required.
Stewie at Banana will hold off behind the half wall. He may actually go for a peek. I think he will. Let's get over there and check out what's going on. Back over at B. As Stewie makes contact with Xyp9x. Keep in mind that. Hello, Glaive. Dupree takes out Fallen. Now we get back to our main course of action. As Device wants to push the smoke, he'll be found by Cold. Trying to get the Deagle working. He certainly can. Arguably the best Deagler in the world as he finds two, looks for the third, and makes no mistake on it. Astralis back in the game.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've got them beaten, it seems to all fall apart. It's the Deagles, that purchase rifle. It's enough. Astralis keep their head above water here as we continue to get deeper and deeper here on Inferno. But there it is, Dupree hitting everything as usual. It's Cold Zero has been the most impressive of the Deagles so far, but Dupree's also a dab-handed it as well. There we go. They are right back in position. They get a decent buy now. The AUG is back out. They've got a couple of AKs, and you can see the cracks suddenly showed from MIBR. They've got a Galil in the hands of Tarek. So it's them that's feeling the pressure now. Spur will quickly make his way towards Boiler Room. Didn't think for a second there if he would be having any trouble. So they get that control. And the CT is playing very passively. You can see the crossfire on the A side, not contesting for the top of middle, the quad, anything like that is holding the crossfires. Device will actually inspect towards top of mid there and fall back towards the arch as the flashbang comes through. Xyp9x, the first frag, checks the corner. No one there, but Stu is behind the half one. Needs to be very careful as the smoke is deployed.
Xyp9x gonna get boosted as well. Waiting for smokes to go down. He'll hope for some vision. Break MIBR here, and we've got another case of a long game, potentially. It's similar to Train at this point in time, really. And they've got one more round as a buffer. Smokes down. Glaive wants back in. Goes a little bit early. No one's committing on the MIBR side. As they do, he backs away and gets one. That'll bait them in towards Xyp9x, and he should find two, you'd expect. He fell off it because that's the standard play. Get one and drop, but he could have easily... potentially, I say, get more. It's Device that will spray through instead. Tarek, 14, make that 11 HP, trying to plant the bomb, but it's just he and Fallen remaining as Astralis will buy their time.
Yeah, but Fallen Zorb can do enough damage here. If he finds the first shot, they're onto something. 4 on 2, but he knows he has to actually be aggressive here. There's the first. Takes down Mages. The first of many, though. Good smoke from the CTs in response. The bomb ticks away. Tarek is on barely any HP. He gets one kill. Wow. That might be enough to keep them alive. It is actually looking quite good from MIBR now, as they can't find anything. Astralis are dropping. It's now a 2 versus 1. The pistol is out. Device knows exactly where Fallen is, but can he find the shot in time? He cannot. It all falls apart. MIBR somehow steal that round away. It just seemed like a formality at that point. We're just waiting for Astralis to be as efficient as possible, drop the smoke, trade out the kills, but Fallen on the AWP, low HP.
Fantastic
to hit those 2 shots. A timeout's coming in from Yanko as well. Oh, what's going on here?
Fantastic read by Fallen to push out and get that kill as well, because if he had a sat back, they easily would have traded the entry.
And the reason Yanko wants to call a timeout there is because the adrenaline will be surging. Everyone will be a little bit all over the place. They want to make sure they can calm down, let Astralis stew over the fact that he's gave that sort of round up. And that money's absolutely wrecked as well. 14-9, MIBR stealing rounds away constantly, resetting them all over the place. This is very fun to watch. Astralis with, what, about $3,000 per player will force buy into it. UMPs, M4s, Dupree on that Deagle again. Not necessarily a disadvantage for him. CZ for Glaive and Xyp9x with the MP9. So they're bringing out the majority of lesser weaponry on the MIBR side. You can see Galil's MAC-10s wanting to focus on having more utility. So still a chance for Astralis. But MIBR can guarantee pretty much the game. If they win this, there'll be nothing there for Astralis. But they've given up so many rounds to pistols before. I wouldn't be surprised if Astralis can find some footing into round number 24 here.
Smoke lands back at Coffins. Fur. Swing. They know Xyp9x is behind the sandbags. Flames down. They counter off the fact that we've just killed your teammate at bags. You're going to push out and try and trade us? Here's a Molotov to run through while you do it. Perfect read. 15 for MIBR. This is playoff point for them. And Astralis, by bringing in Train, not Nuke, by bringing in Train, and ultimately coming up short on it, they've potentially just thrown this series away. I mean, again, you got to try it at the group stage. It's the right time to do it, but yeah, Mibr could sneak one in on them.
Yeah, well, this is CZ's, Smokes, and 6 playoff points here from Mibr. This has to be their victory. It feels like they've been on the back foot the majority of this series, and what a resounding effort they've had on the T side here. That force buy in the second round really stands out for me as something that's going to be dangerous in this tournament. It seems like that's something they've been working on. They have to do it every single time, and they're winning the majority of them. So great to see. Stewie, he knows he can close this game out now. Can't be too aggressive, though. Can't go for those solo style plays. He has to just make sure his teammates are with him. They're trading out effectively. They're baiting out utility. CZ to the hand of Astralis. There's no easy round to win.
Dupree will sit with the smoke down. Will deploy yet another on the other side, so Dupree might get his vision back soon, but Tarek's going to be able to isolate. I think he spotted him. Didn't know where he went, though. Can still manage it. Echolocation. Device and Zipix, however, just shut down entirely at B. We're not done yet. No way. Not with this happening. Not with an AK now picked up by Zipix and further damage onto Fallen. They want to go, but a Molotov's going to force them forward cold. He's segregated at this point.
Well, they won a 4 on Super 4. Can they do it again?
Bomb was down in that situation. That's the difference. Cold steps just out of the corner. That's enough to avoid the spam coming through from Glaive.
Oh, Major spotted him. Smartly falls back. He knows he's alone on the A side. If he gets dropped, that's it. Glaive takes matters into his own hand. He pushes towards B, and somehow they've done it. 5 pistols. They will find the round and deny victory just yet. And the money's actually broken from OIB. I can see Stewie and Coldzera beneath 2K, sorry. So with the others, they probably still could get at least, I think, 4 AKs out in total with a 6 on Fur. There it is. As mentioned, it's Astralis. So good at these pistols. You can never discount them in any of these sort of situations. And he goes 15 to 10. All of a sudden, you start thinking, can Astralis do it again on Inferno, Matt? You mentioned it coming into this one. The comebacks they have on this map are sensational at times. But it's normally on the T side they have those great comebacks. So we'll see if they can do it here when the pressure really is on. They're going to buy up 1 AK by the looks of things. And what else have we got? Fur and Fallen fully invested. So I'm assuming there's a bit more on the ground to be picked up than just 1 AK. Where the AK's at. Orb as well. Okay, Fallen. He's in business now.
Yep. This is when he shines. T side goes aggressive. Needs out. Oh, nearly got one away, but just puts him down. So not only have they pulled back around with pistols, they take the advantage early in the next ensuing purchase. If you want to call it that, given that they pulled over 3 AKs. Tarek trying to make do. Great shot on Magist. Device now knows what that means. He can't possibly stick around toward mid-wall. He's got to go back to deal with Device, or rather, excuse me, Tarek getting in. Doesn't drop off. Elects not to, and I think that's due to the nade going through. Tarek realized, hang on, Device is in position, but he certainly is in position as he sneaks around and spots Tarek's head staring toward Library instead. Fur will take out Zipix, but Glaive's ready, and Fur goes down now. Questioned it for a moment, but how dare I? It's still 2. And it's still an op for Cold as he's picked that up. Stewie 2K will work with him. Glaive goes all the way back to New Box. If he peeks out now, even toward Banana, he does have to contend with the fact that they've got a player working through from CT with an AWP. So Glaive needs to be very cautious here, and I think he knows that situation. He's also letting Dupree get position as he wraps in behind them. Surely this goes Astralis' way. I just can't see the positioning work out against them.
It has to. There it is. Nice shot from Glaive. A common position for him. That's the force buy from Mibr. And the comeback is on. Astralis will be up against the Eco into the next round. Not really much they can do with this at all. Maybe PT50s at the very most. And that's saying something. 4 rounds required from Astralis. So Mibr won't be feeling too uncomfortable just yet. They still have quite a nice buffer here, but their chance of closing it out in a very clean manner, that's certainly disappeared now. We're going to see just Glocks, not a single dollar invested. Normally you see a flashbang or so in these sort of rounds, but it's to be seen here. So Astralis should be having a clean sweep of round number 27. For Device, 16 kills to his name. May just happy in this position. Now he knows he's up against an eco. He can sit there comfortably, allow 4 players to go towards A. And there's the first kill. Zipex taking down 4, and that's at the T steps.
Down in the hallway, delay things further. Just enough shows for Device to realize there's a player inside of the boiler doorway. Makes no mistake on the shot against Fur. It's now Magisk holding off in the pit position. Stewie to running gun, but they're certainly ready for him. So 12-5. They're bringing it closer yet again. It is purchase power now for MIBR.
I'll have enough of the AKs, that's for sure, but no fallen AWP that's been so influential in this series so far. Epic shots from him, all the classic flicks coming through. 3 rounds in a row there for Astralis. They'll need to do the same again to take us to overtime. We see Yanko getting stuck in. Now this is their final tactical timeout. Suggests that not feeling 100% comfortable, but still 1 round will do it. But can they find it? That's the question. You can see on average you've got about $4,500. More than enough to go for a purchase here. As long as you have 4K, it's enough for an AK, armor, and a smoke. They get a bit more than that, but no AWP. So this is where Device can maybe take the game by the horns. He can start moving position, going towards apartments, middle, maybe second middle. He's really feeling it. So they've got to reposition in quad this time. Maybe boost player up, we'll see.
Down from Zipex will take out Stewie, and he'll push all the way to the logs. Device anticipating perhaps an arrival from alt mid, throws a nade that direction. He's not wrong, but the arrival won't come directly from that position. It comes from there. Good read as he fell back and cut them off in that position as well. 1 step ahead, it seems, and 1 man ahead in the round. It seems we could actually have potential overtime because this would be 13, potentially 14 with no weapons. And then we're playing round 30, just like that.
Blink and you miss it. Astralis and comebacks in Inferno seems to happen way too often. This time on the CT side, they've got the opening pick. That was Zipex pushing down towards B. Finds Stewie at the T steps. And they might just have to fully execute towards B and hope for the best here. 1 round will do it. Maybe I have the players capable of just cracking sides open by themselves and finding 3 headshots out of nowhere. They will execute, but Dupree finds the second kill. They've been smoked out of position. Glaive just punishes them. Fur didn't see that coming, and Cold Zera, he'll be incendiaried out of position. Glaive just looks like he knows exactly what's going on through the smoke. They're not going to have a chance here. Glaive just gets absolutely everyone there. 3 kills to his name on the B side. 15-13. No plant coming in. Another eco for MIBR. They have to just go Deagle armor here. And this is going to go to round number 30 by the looks of things. Glaive just reading the game in code, it seems. Every shot through the smoke connecting, doing some damage, and now positions him in the end. Like I said, just like Deagle's PD50s, the Mac 10 there for a bit of fun. Is that being said in first? It is. It's going to be Fallen's Mac 10. He actually could do something with this. Not quite though. Zipex finds the great shot. The follow-up HE as well might find a kill. Oh, there's going to be so much damage done here with these grenades. It's disastrous for MIBR. They're getting nothing out of this. Glaive and Zipex mowing them down, taking us to the 30th round map in a beautiful manner.
Yeah, this is as soon as they found the 13th, 14th was foretold in the prophecy.
And remember, 5 rounds ago, MIBR had map point, playoff point, up against 5 CZs. And what happened? They lost that round and potentially
They've had a similar
here.
loss when they had Phelps and Fur together at B against G2. Do you remember
Yes,
that?
and they pushed all the way down.
And they went to overtime
Yes.
as a result of that and ended up losing the match. So they've had bitter pills on this one before. Stewie's already toward the I was going to say sandbags, excuse me, the log pile. Nades and everything going in this direction, but he times it perfect. Finally, they get the opening pick. They're going to double that up as well. Device missing a shot. Does it go to round 30 and then fall apart on them? Because they did so well to pull it back and looked so convincing. 2 missed shots, and suddenly the round is slipping away as Fur finds Dupree as well. MIBR want this playoff position.
They absolutely do. It looks like they have it as well, unless Magus can find multiple kills. Not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Mibr in a best of 3 taking down Astralis. It was a long, laboured affair and a frustrating one as well. So many map points for them, so many rounds thrown away. Remember, this started off 7-0 in their